sorry for the delay this morning. Hello. Hello. I was very distracted. I went out for a walk thinking, oh, I'll just go for a nice little 20-minute walk an hour before the stream starts, and then I'll be ready to rock and roll, make a coffee, and get started. But no, I had to run into an interesting looking car that I decided to try to follow around for a little bit. And then I got back and I made tea first, and then I looked at the time as I was grinding my beans and thought, no, we are not making it. Anyway, I'm finally here. Sorry for the delay. I've got coffee and tea, and there will be no YouTube apology video, so sorry about that. You know, looks like everything is functional here, I hope, but, my new controller arrived yesterday, so I spent all yesterday attempting to try to figure out how to get the Steam controller to work with Aura Kingdom, and if I do say so myself, I think I've got a pretty good setup with this. Unfortunately, that does mean that I have to launch Aura Kingdom through Steam using the non-Steam game as an option, which means now I have to know how long I play Aura Kingdom, which is a terrifying thing to have to know. Anyway, I think my music balance is a bit funny, so let me just fix that. That's what I really should have been doing, not making coffee, but balancing music. So anyway, yesterday I popped one of these here, premium treasure charms, so that when I run the Gaia Sanctuary, I can get the most out of this event that's going on now. Because it's been pretty darn good at giving out like entire keys of not just the basic eidolons, but some of the ones that don't spawn anywhere outside of Gaia, which has been very exciting in my opinion for a scrub. Gosh, who is it that I've gotten so far? Those towers. You know, it does not it doesn't backtrack, it doesn't know how long I've played it up until now, and I was kind of hoping that technically since the launcher is the EXE that is associated with the game, that maybe it would only track the time I had the launcher open, but I am sad to report that that is not the case. I don't want to know how long I've played Aura Kingdom, and frankly, I still don't want to know, but such is life. I'm gonna have to if I want to use the Steam controller with it. Now, that being said, it's a very good controller. It's got so many buttons. Now, I was gonna say, did I put the... no, I just put the talking interface here. I gotta remember which buttons do what. Honestly, I should just auto-link the... oh, I was gonna say I should auto-link them, but there's no way I've got enough food to be able to do 250 links. I'm not cheating. In fact, if anything, the last controller layout that I was using included a one button doing two functions. Absolutely none of the buttons that I'm using right now are doing two functions. So technically, I was cheating the teeniest bit before. And the reason for that was that on the previous controller, in order to control the vertical camera, I didn't have a button that I could use to just control the vertical camera. So, and actually this kind of, you can see right now, I've got this weird janky thing where it's doing move the mouse up or down using like a certain set distance every second, and that's kind of janky. So ultimately what I did was I just made one of the trackpads into the cursor and right click to control the camera, and it's a bit different, but it's no different than using like a laptop trackpad, so I wouldn't count that as cheating. Anyway. Oh, I just noticed that my dragon points are capped. Probably shouldn't leave that. Whoop. Now, also highly don't recommend doing these dragon point exchanges. I'm sure that won't kill me. But I don't really want to waste the dragon points. My sister's birthday soup was very, very good, I hope. We only had a teeny little taste test of it. But basically we did like a chickpeas and chicken and cilantro with a like a tomatoey sort of base. So it was a very very proteinful soup. It's kind of funny because I took her to the grocery store and I was like, all right, let's pick out the ingredients we want. And then when we get to the cash register, she's going to pay and I'm like, yo, this is your birthday soup. Did you seriously think that I was just gonna make you pay for your own soup ingredients? Like, come on. I know some people don't like cilantro, but in my family, I don't know if there's anybody that actually tastes it as soap. I've always found cilantro to be very tasty. I'm still getting used to the new way that I use the controller, but at the very least it feels like I've got like a solid base from yesterday. I'll do Eternal Sun on the party mode. Oh, oops. Now a real upgrade is I've got a button for my inventory now. So I can come up here. Campbell soup, come on. You think I wouldn't bring make fresh, proper, homemade soup with my sister? Yeah, come on. No. Oops. I'm sorry, Campbell Alexander. There's nothing wrong with Campbell soup in terms of it being a great way to get some soup if you're not feeling like doing much. I am literally gonna die trying to pick up my stuff. Slighted. I'm sorry. But specifically, I was trying to help my sister with like the... Oh no, I lost the last LP because I can't go back to that room. And my inventory. I should have cleaned my inventory before we even came in. This is a mistake. Cool. But yeah, we were trying to do like an actual like experiment in cooking because my sister doesn't have a lot of confidence in terms of cooking. What, you mean you didn't name yourself after your actual name online? On the contrary, it's not exactly safe to do so. There's so much stuff. I think before I can do any more, I have to figure out how to solve this inventory issue. Do I read any English novels? Oh, if I'm being honest with you, the last one I read... actually, it was an audiobook that I brought with me to Japan, and it was just a... It was a cute, fluffy, found family sort of romance story. So probably not the kind of thing you'd be interested in. But yeah, I don't read a ton of English novels. Hey, look at that. We got 2 more Kitami. I actually got a full Kitami key. What is a weeb? Hey, I'm not saying that I only read Japanese books. It's just that I don't read a ton of English ones. Lately, I've been quite interested in the writing of Cory Doctorow. I read his blog quite a bit while I'm at work. And, well, I'm about to head back in just on a whim there. I don't know, it's just, I feel like, and this is going to sound bad, but I feel like a lot of the literature that's written for adults is just, it does not appeal to me. Simply because I don't know, maybe I'm stuck in this mindset of I'm not particularly interested in the relationships between characters so much as the story. Maybe that's a weird way of putting it. I don't know. I'm uncomfortable with scenes of intense intimacy. How about you put it that way? And like every single adult book I've tried to read has way too much of that. uh, so, yeah, I've been reading mostly like nonfiction articles lately. But I did read, like I said, I brought a cute, fluffy romance with me as an audiobook for the plane because my sister said the author was quite good and I did enjoy the book. But specifically, what book were you getting your name from? Ezzy, hello! I think that Aura Kingdom is worth playing casually, especially since if you're just starting fresh right now, you're gonna find that you'll be able to kind of... Oh, I probably shouldn't sell these off on this account. Whoops. Especially if you're starting really casually right now, you're going to find that you get through the early levels without a whole lot of grind. So it can be quite casual if you're just kind of looking for something to play where you find the, if you find the combat inherently enjoyable. That being said, in the late game, it does get pretty grindy, so you probably enjoy up until that point. And that's quite a number of hours of enjoyment for a free game, so it's up to you whether you're thinking it sounds like the kind of thing you'd like to try starting, but it does get a little grindy. What key did I put escape on? I don't think that's enough inventory space. I think my inventory space needs more. What am I gonna do? I can probably throw those out. No. My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. You know what? Oh gosh, that name rings a bell quite a bit. So I don't know whether or not it's because I have read stuff by Jodi Picoult before, or if it was one that my mother read. Actually, I think my mother might have read that one. Now, hold on a second. Is that the one? My Sister's Keeper. The vibe that I seem to remember from my mother talking about it, is that not the one about... Oh gosh, I'm gonna sound really silly if this is wrong, but where a family has like a second daughter or a clone basically as parts for their first very sick daughter? Unless I'm thinking of a completely different book. Something about that is ringing that bell in particular, but I might be completely off. Oh gosh, I remembered something. Great job. I definitely did not read it, but I know that my mother and sister probably have. Me when I add in a whole solid 60 seconds of preamble just in case I get it wrong so I don't sound like an idiot. Probably just made me sound more like one. I should check my inventory again before immediately jumping back in, but oh well. Ah, yes, the cancer. Spare parts. I mean, stem cells are kind of like spare parts. Not dropping anything? Oh yeah, that's another big upgrade that this controller has, is I've actually got a button for controlling how close the camera is to the character now. I didn't have anywhere to put the scroll button before. Woohoo! Now I can zoom in and out. Ah. The lawyer the second daughter turned to sue her parents. I'm sensing some tension. No, just kidding. Hold on, no, let me use a charm. Ugh. Now, I actually really would like Dao Chan on this account, because if I remember correctly, Dao Chan has an archive with critical damage. So specifically, after we finish off the Gaias here, which have, of course, the increased drop rate on the upper level, so this is the last one with the increased drop rate, I'm probably going to try to run her dungeons. And I know they'll be like super easy on this account because they're quite low, or at least if they're not, that'll be quite pathetic on my part. But my inventory is gonna be a problem. I just know it. Maybe Kusanagi too. Honestly, I should just start running all of the dungeons for those first couple. The thing about chucking stuff out on this character is that I feel like I want stuff so badly. Like, I need items. And yet, if I actually needed them, I'd be using them, wouldn't I? Part of me wants to finish my level 20 or S20 gear, and then the other part of me is like, yo, let's just wait till S30 now, since I'm already at almost level 29. Hey Ming, as for Plinko and Laosi, I think they're in different time zones, right? Either that or they showed up right at the start and got disappointed that I wasn't here on time and peaced out. I'm sorry. I am really sorry about being late though. It was, we got, like I said, I was out and I saw a funky car. And I wanted to follow it. Speaking of funky cars, actually, though, the other day when I was driving home from work, there was this car that I drove past that was like an Itasha, where they had like the, like, you know, the characters on the outside. And it was just a whole bunch of like Sentai characters, and I don't know Sentai characters. And then on top of it, they had a horse. Like, they literally just had this model of a horse, probably like, gosh, I want to say 2 feet tall. I'm not good with feet, but... Oh, Achikun! Wait, does Lousy have cookies? Actually, I've got cookies that I still haven't opened. Yeah, like Power Rangers, but specifically they had like a group logo. And then a bunch of the Rangers, I think it was, I want to say that they were all red, so it might have been like a bunch of different leaders of different squads. And then yeah, there's just like a model horse on top. Just like completely ruining the aerodynamics of the vehicle. It was ridiculous. That's one more. What's my inventory doing? Why is it not exploded? Oh. One more to go. And then we'll probably hit Navia to clear out some of these key fragments that I don't still need. I missed the intro. Let's do light. Oh, right, yeah, no, I hate light because of Sigrun. I forgot about Sigrun. Problem is I've got all of the eidolons from the other side. So it would be nice. I know that the boost isn't effective on this side, but it would be nice to actually get some of these eidolons. Well, the ones that are only on this side, I mean. What horror game to stream next? Actually, I was talking with Lousy about it, and Lousy had some pretty good recommendations, so I pinned them in our chat, and then it's just a matter of right now I'm a little bit on the broke side, but I think there was one she said was free. So I'm gonna check that out. And then the other possibility is actually for my birthday, July 25th, be there or be square. I'm thinking about playing Fragile this year, which is a, I wouldn't say horror game, but it would be horror adjacent. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic ghosts thing with flashlights and yeah. SCP game. Maybe not SCP. I don't know a lot about it. Me side. I believe I have seen something about that one. Lousy promised to be my horror game. What do you call it? I think we're gonna need some help. Hold on. I actually probably cannot beat this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry, still getting used to the new controller. I think 10 seconds should be enough. But yes, yeah, I know, but I'm not a fan of creepypastas. They're kind of weird. There. Sometimes you just need to pull out the big guns. I picked up Persephone as my anniversary rewards eidolon. And I'm really glad I did, because she's got the best immunity skill in the game, and you can't beat the best. Alright, we can wait for those shields to come down and eat these. I'm sorry, I don't think I'm in a great position here to try to explain specifically what it is about SCP that gives me the do not interact energy. B-side is good because it's linear and you won't get lost. Things that are very important to consider when it's me that's playing, obviously. Oh gosh, I got lost so badly in the, Okay, but in my defense, the brick did not interact with anything else. How was I supposed to know that if a gun could not break a chain, that a brick would do it? Like, come on. The gun should have also broken the chain. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna make you guys wait for my birthday for another horror game sort of thing, but I do have 4 days blocked off of work around that time. So, as usual, I like to do the nostalgia. Everyone knows you use bricks for doors. Come on. Alright, we're gonna hold. I should be double checking to make sure I'm actually okay to sell these off. I think Belchandra I do need. No, for a fact I don't need Cleopatra. I got way too many of her. Nalini I think I need. Maja I'm pretty sure I need. Belchandra, Godrun, Zahir, Bahadur, and then we can sell off. Oh, Belchandra key. Hello, Escape for Flow. Is there anything new? Well, unfortunately, not in the last couple months. For the most part, they're just running individual events, and this patch... pretty light. I think I need alt. That's barely any inventory space. This is not going to go well. I guess I did need a Zuriel. Belchandra only needs one. I don't really want to use a bead for her. Okay, well we do need a Belchandra, but I've got extra frags, so we're just going to sell those off. Ah, screw it, they're easy enough to farm. Yeah, we'll get rid of... Oh, we can't get rid of those. Alright, that's fine. This Paragon, by the way, I know I don't show gambling on stream, but... where's the item wall? This Paragon is quite generous with the Super XP cards, so if you do need Super XP cards, I highly recommend. It's not great for anything else, though, so... hold on a second, what was I doing? Oh, yes, inventory cleanup. So we're gonna go sell off those, we're gonna sell off the cards. I don't have a button for go on mount. I probably should. I think I'll be okay if I sell these off. I'm not too worried about 4-starring eidolons right now, and I'd rather have the inventory space. I'm happy with that as my choice. Okay. I feel like that's an acceptable amount of inventory space to start actually going and hunting some eidolons, so... let's go for it. Now first I am going to do Dao-chan. That being said, do I remember where she spawns? Not off the top of my head. Where's my mouse? Eidolons, Dao-chan, fragments. Alright. Otherworld, Titan's Root, and Cadilla Fellwood, and the Frozen Ruins of Zarakazal. Move that over that screen. Not move that over that screen, that's the wrong screen. I'm still trying to get used to having one vertical monitor, but I'm liking it more now than before. Just changing everything up these days, eh? Alright, so Otherworld, Titan's Root, Hell, and Normal. We're just gonna go starting with Hell. I'm fairly certain this shouldn't be an issue. You can switch to a proper DPS Eidolon, though. Oh, my name is Scrub because this account was originally intended to see how the game would feel if you were just starting fresh in about 2023, I think it was. And so... oh gosh, did I make a poll? I might have... no, because if I made a poll and somebody else would have taken the name. I think I just decided that she was going to be a Scrub character, so it needed to be named Scrub. I think that's the story behind it, but I don't remember if there was like a poll or something. Probably not. Yeah, I think I was considering doing a poll, and then I also reconsidered and thought that it was possible somebody might snipe the name just to be a rapscallion. I think Scrub's a fine name. What's wrong with Scrub? Just noticed the corner that I prefer to have the chat in is... oh. I tabbed out of the game. Whoops. Oh, good. Gold is the aura where he automatically recovers like most of his life after a certain amount of time. Whoa, that was not the button I meant to hit. Starting soon. I left that screen in there as a scene on OBS because I thought it was pretty. But I don't really like doing the starting soon screen. I like just starting. I don't know, what do you guys think? Does the starting soon screen add anything in your opinion? Like it shows I'm actually at my computer and not outside oogling weird cars? Oh, the fire bouncing skill? Absolutely, yeah. That's literally the reason why I decided to use this class for the for my challenge run on the brand new account. Partially because nobody considers Ravager to be like one of the top DPSs anymore, so I felt like it was a good... Nobody considers it the worst either, so I thought it was like a good representation of like the average sort of experience, where you're not like a broken class, but you're not a ridiculous like a ridiculously weak class, like something like I mean, I couldn't actually have played guitar because you can't play guitar on a new account, but what other classes kind of suck? Starting screen, but when stream play. See, that's what I was thinking, is that if the starting screen pops up, then you know I'm at least at my computer and it's on. Grenadier. I'm sorry, Grenadier, but even Grenadier's got the bounce now. So it's got stuff to it that's good. But yeah, I figured it was kind of like the middle of the road sort of experience, but had the benefit of the fire bounce, which would assist me in getting through the quests faster, because it can gather up mobs quite effectively. Patchy intro is a must. Cute way to start a stream. Well, I've got a couple big... I don't have the credit for the person that made that particular start screen handy because I wasn't planning on using it today. But I've actually got a couple from them, and they're all really beautiful. So, pretty safe to say nobody's spawning here, so let's go. So in the future, if they make one, or if I find one that's at an affordable price that I can pick up, that would be super cool. I also kind of have a vision for a start screen that I could make myself that might be really cool. Hold on a minute, I'm not Fuamoko. That's what I associate those combination of words with. Try... Oh, fine. Bow bow? That doesn't feel right. That's not me. Plinko comes in at the exact right moment. Just want the intro. Yeah, I'm... Like I said... there's... Again... Okay, after I finish explaining, I've got this idea, and I feel like I could make it myself because it's not super challenging, I think. There's a, oh gosh, it's, I mean, even if I say it, I don't think anyway. Midday Chihuahua. Even if I were to say it, I don't know if anybody here would even know what I'm talking about, but like, you know the opening of, Arknight's Enfield, where it's got that really cool, like, double... You're just making me copy other VTubers now. That's not acceptable. I gotta be my own thing. Arknights has the super cool loading screen where it's like the main character is walking forwards with the, like, instead of the texture of their character, it's like an image that you're seeing through. And I feel like I would be able to make something like that with my new model. Like using the outline of the new model as a mat, again, with two different images, and I really like the look of the Arknights opening, and so I was thinking I might try to set up something like that But, you know, I have to wait until the new model is completely finished before I can attempt that. So it would still be a bit. But that's my vision for a future starting screen. Slurp coffee. Oh, Plinko, you're playing Enfield. That's right. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. That silhouette window through like a relatively low key like background where the through the character you can see this like a more detailed image, and then the background is mostly just like a very mild texture. It looks really cool, and so I was gonna try and I mean I don't hold on. Can I share it? Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay, hold on a second. Let me save it first. Save image. I mean, mine uses the male guy because obviously the dude is a lot cooler. Oh, there's already an image.png on my desktop. Image2.png then. You can tell I'm organized. Image2.png. Okay. Then we just gotta drag it up. Okay. Oh, yeah. There. It looks like this, but the character is moving, and so is the image inside of the silhouette. So, I don't know, I think it looks really, really cool. So I thought I could probably make something like that. Like, I feel like I understand what it would take to make that. Oh yeah, the other image on my desktop, the image.png, you guys gotta see this. Okay, so I accidentally moved Genshin over to my my vertical screen. Hold on, get up here. And it looked like this. It was super ridiculous. It basically not possible to play like that, but yeah. A narrow Genshin. But yeah, no, basically what you'd need to do is make a mask out of a layer that is just the silhouette of the character and have video in that mask of the shape. And then on top or below that, I guess it would be another layer that is what's going on behind that. So I feel like I understand what it would take, so I just gotta, like, do it. And as far as what image I'd use, the Tasokare radio show art is actually a photo of an office that I used some filters on. And so I was thinking either you... After you do that, you'll be all set to do a Bad Apple remake. Okay, well, you could think of it as if you use Photoshop, then you probably have a basic understanding of masks, so it's really just the same thing, but the mask is moving and playing a video inside it. So it would be like if you did Bad Apple, but you keyed only the black to play a video. It's really, really easily to conceptualize, but yeah, Bad Apple is a great way of thinking it, so, Bad Apple remake. I know all the lyrics to Bad Apple. Should I sing? The answer is no, I'm not gonna sing. I've actually got a little bit of something going on in my throat right now. That's why I've been coughing a little bit, so probably not a good idea to start actually singing. Not ties that bind. Go ahead. No, I think not. But now that I think about it, as I was talking about, when you say not coffee themed, I think the idea would be to do something coffee related inside the textures or the videos that ultimately get used. But that's kind of my long-term game plan. Man, can you imagine if I got a 3D model instead of a 2D one? Oh gosh, I feel like that would be so much more expensive. Then again, I was gonna say, would the rigging be as challenging for 3D? I don't think the 3D rigging is as, like, intensive a process as the 2D rigging, and I don't mean that in a I'm looking down on 3D artists. I meant that more of in a just like you don't have to address every single pixel. 3D horror game stream? Oh no. You know, I recently saw a 3D customizable VTuber model, and like, man, that would be so much fun too. Maybe in the future. Right now, I really do need to be a little bit more locked in on the current projects that I'm working on before I start planning to spend more thousands of dollars. And spiders. I'm guessing it might not have. Having a below 1 megabyte VTuber model is impressive. Oh gosh, yeah, no, I've got my model has less kilobytes than I've got subscribers. But you know, that's another thing actually I recently found out, was that the customizable models, it's not like it stops animating the parts that aren't visible. Those parts are just set to invisible, is the way it was described to me recently. So a custom model, which only needs the parts that you're actually using, is like what do you call it? It's a little bit more lightweight than a customizable model where you've got all the parts that you're not using being animated but invisible. So considering my computer is not the biggest monster in the West, a fully custom model is probably a better choice for me than a customizable model. And frankly, before I start doing anything or making any ridiculous plans, I should probably wait and see how the performance is. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine for Aura Kingdom, but for other games, yeah, before somebody says, you play other games or something. Okay, hopefully I've got enough DPS to just nuke the pals and then take them down before they respawn. Oh yeah, no sweat. Not even one spawn? Your intro could have like a gate, but inside the gate is a video of another world. Now, that sounds familiar, but I don't know why. So, if you know, you know. Unfortunately, I think I don't know. Are we really gonna get no spawns? Oh, I see Plinko just messaged me on Discord. I don't know why that would have been blocked by it. Free one with the Vroid program on Steam. You know, I've looked at Vroid before, and I get a little bit overwhelmed, especially since I'm not very artistic. Like, I don't know if you watch that short that I put out, you can kind of see there's a really neat frame I was actually super happy with, where I show the difference between the original screenshot my model is based on and the actual like model or what I ended up redrawing. And you can see that for the most part, I am not good at drawing. I basically just kept as much of it as possible. A big VTuber model, you do need a better PC. That is correct, because obviously you're running more layers and graphics at the same time, and they're all being animated live, right? So it does require a chunkier PC. I feel like I'm probably fine. See, I was even thinking that if the Steam console was really reasonably priced, instead of upgrading my PC, I could get the Steam console and use that to play the games and use my current PC for longer to just run the model and the streaming part. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see how everything starts going, because nobody knows what's going on with what computer prices are going to be doing. Are the data centers being cancelled, or are the data centers being built? Are the you know, it's hard to say what exactly is going on right now. All I know is that I can't buy a new PC while I'm still halfway into the paying for the rigging. Burn the data centers. You know, I'm not going to advocate for property damage, but if you do have the ability to go out and like sign petitions or protest their construction in a safe and like don't go out and get hurt trying to protest, but you know. Like, I saw a joke the other day about planting bamboo outside of data centers to try and destroy them. And sadly, that would be really bad for the environment. But I understand the sentiment. We had bamboo at our old house, actually. But my mother planted it inside a pot. And when we left, the roots had not escaped the pot. But I don't remember if the new owners liked it and kept it, but if they did... Oh gosh, if they did and they weren't being as cautious as my mom was... Yeah, that's very depressing, the current state of how to even explain it. I was actually talking with a coworker about it the other day, and it's like there's that bill in Canada, the C-22, where basically they want to store all of everybody's data for what, a year? And even VPNs are like, no, we don't keep logs. And they're telling the VPNs, no, you have to keep logs. But, like, I would be less concerned about that level of data collection. And that, I know that sounds dumb, because you should always be concerned about massive amounts of data collection. But I would be less concerned if it wasn't for the fact that they were also planning on building all these giant AI centers to process it. And so, you know, that means that everything that you say is going to be actually reviewed by these AI machines. So not only is it going to be hurting the environment, but it's going to be hurting our individual freedoms. And I can't vibe with that. Not to put it in like such casual terms, but I don't vibe with that. So I signed the petition against C-22, and if you're a Canadian and of the age of majority, please take a look on the Canadian petitions and find it, and I would suggest that you also sign your name for it, because that's kind of unacceptable. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? They're gonna take me to jail for making a joke about how delicious a sandwich I saw the other day was? Campbell, you know, I hate to say it, but I think we've come back to that. Yeah, but again, I'm not advocating for violence. Government, if you're watching, I'm not advocating for violence. I am advocating for signing the petitions and protesting in safe and legal ways. It's just so frustrating. Like, you saw the I hate to make this a downer year, but like they had a petition, or sorry, they had a not a petition. It was a basically like a poll for your opinion on the Canadian government doing a 16 or up for social media. And when you look at all of the options, it was like there was no option to say that you don't think that the government should regulate the age kids are allowed to use social media. Like, that's not acceptable. Like, you're not asking for an opinion when all of the options are, yes, we should ban kids from social media. Anyway, Frozen Lead Plains. It was, what do you call it? The Frozen Ruins of Zarkazal. And this dungeon gives me trauma, so if we can't beat it, I'm running away immediately. Should be fine. Look at this, we're one-shotting all the mobs. It's gotta be fine. I'm strong enough now. This can't hurt me anymore. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, the computer things are expensive. Hello, Resonant. You came in at a very weird time. I'm sorry. Hi, Resonant. Yeah, I'm not the same as the Canadian government. Oh, is it goats time? Maybe I should go to goats. Uh-oh, I don't like how long it's taken me to kill this thing. Although, to be fair, I wasn't really locking in. You know what? That's another thing that I thought was really interesting, is that short that I put out, for the first time, it showed me a stat that said how many people were sent the notification, and it said 0. But then it also said that a certain percentage of viewers came from notifications, so I have no idea what YouTube Analytics is up to right now, so I'm sorry about that. Children influencers promote gambling websites on Facebook. Oh my gosh. Needless to say, if you ever see me doing a gambling sponsorship, when I literally won't even roll gacha on stream anymore, something's gone horribly wrong. And you have full clearance to like call a welfare check on me. Because I would never. Although speaking of sponsorships, okay, this is actually not a sponsorship, but I got an email from Saley right after I got back from my vacation. Like, hey, do you want a affiliate code for your channel? And it's like, come on. I had a non-zero chance of actually getting other people on the trip to use an affiliate code before we left, and you reached out to me after I got back? Like, come on. Oh, and I also keep getting, Oh, sorry, distraction. Did I see the new Xeno game? Oh, you better believe I saw the new Xeno game. I saw it, and, like, okay, so I was talking about it last time, too. So sorry if this is a repeat from last time, but basically I thought that there would be nothing of any interest in the Nintendo announcement. So I was just like, I'm not going to watch any of it. I don't care. There's not going to be anything. And then my friend texts me, he's like, you must be happy about the new Xenoblade. And it's like, what? So I watched the trailer, but just barely because I was too excited about it. And then I immediately did not read any other info. Raid Shadow. Does Raid Shadow Legends even still sponsor people? I mean, frankly, if anything would be a suitable sponsorship for this stream, wouldn't it be a VPN? Since I'm talking about the government attempting to take away your privacy? Okay, there's still a couple more minutes till GOAT, so maybe I will go to GOAT. Yeah, I know you can get VPN affiliate codes, but not for the one that I actually use, and it feels like it would be kind of weird to recommend a VPN that I don't actually use. And oh no, the trauma's back. Uh-oh. Now, this isn't really a hot take, but using the children as an excuse to gather a massive amount of data from adults really doesn't exactly check out. Oh, I beat him. I just had to channel the rage. Gathering a massive amount of data from every adult on the internet does nothing to protect the children. What would protect the children more would be having spaces that were properly for them. And frankly, this was an interesting take that I read recently. There's nowhere for children to be right now, right? Like, it's too expensive to go out somewhere because there's so few places just out for free that children can go to. So what are they going to do once you've taken away their ability to interact online? Like, you've got to create a network of places that they can be and exist and have fun. Hello, Unknown Pro. Or should I say Biko? I saw you tried to use the same joke as Plinko on the short. Children can be arrested for being out without a parent? Oh boy. You know, when I was a kid, we'd ride the bikes around like rapscallions. Oh gosh, there was this park. It was like probably a solid 2 or 3 kilometers from home that we'd ride to. Oh, wait, what? What's going on with my gold here? Oh, come on. How did you catch that? Six, 7, 6, 7. Let's ruin it. It's gone. Now you can't say it anymore. The parents can be arrested for letting their kids be out and about. And if that's the case, then parents that can't get enough money, so they have to work multiple jobs, at the same time as kids who can't do anything because there's nothing that they can go do because it's bad. They can't go anywhere and they can't exist online either. What are they gonna do? I figured I probably already had both of those, but anyway. Alright, well, we didn't get any Dao-chan spawns at all. So I think next we will go for Kusanagi, because that's the other one that I immediately was locked in on a stay at home and read the Bible. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy what they're trying to do out there. Right, where does Kusanagi spawn again? This is such a whiplash stream going from a mass collection of data being used to as an excuse of protecting children, but actually for mass surveillance of your own citizens and to be used for generating more ad profit. Right next to, oh goodness, where does Kusanagi spawn? Kusanagi, I know she was in some of the easy ones, right? Yes, a Deep's Cavern. Oh, only Hell mode. Frozenly Plains, Deep's Cavern, and Candio Core and Pyroclastic. Well, let's do Pyroclastic first. Oh, right, goats! Shoot, I was gonna go to goats. I completely forgot about it. It's too late. The train has started. Is there a rate for eidolon spawns? There is not. Now, that being said, they did say that they increased this rate of spawn for... oh gosh, I don't even remember what dungeons it was for that they increased it. I'd have to go back through my old videos to see when they did the increase, but I'm fairly sure it was like most of the ones under Awakening? No, Pyroclastic Purgatory is a great one to run anyway because there's that tiny chance of getting a lava stone as well. Well, Scrub would be fine at Weak Goats. Take off my gear and I wouldn't even have any like armor piercing on them, or I guess they don't have armor piercing anyway. But Scrub does need some LP, right? You can see that Scrub's LP is in a rather dire situation here. Now, ideally, while I've got my premium treasure charm up, I'd love to run a Gaia. Or, sorry, not Gaia. I'd love to run a Vault of Eternity. But I just don't... it doesn't matter. Hey, look at that! I got a lava stone! It doesn't matter if they're not endgame anymore. Scythe! I think I need that on my main account. Actually, my Scythe is probably going to be the next third, or Scythe is coming up now, so I've started to work a little bit on Scythe. It is kind of hard to work on classes on my main account because I've got so much going on, but I do have my duelist approaching cap level. Honestly, that could be another thing to do for my birthday, would be to try and cap duelist. It's such a good piece of music. It's one of the battle themes from the Genjin Not Cry region. I just love it. Me when I'm silent because the music is nice. Best streamer. I hope the sound cancelling is knocking out those coughs. I was not watching the bar, but sorry about that if I'm coughing in your ears. Oh yeah, I did play some Arc Knights. Was that this week? No, that has to be last week that I played Arc Knights. Beat Fuamoko for the best VTubers next year. Oh, I don't know about that. You know, I'd be happy if oh, hello, Burb. I was gonna say, I'd be happy if I was getting like 1 coffee a month out of streaming from the ad revenue, but it only pays out when I hit $100, so I have to wait for a couple months for it to actually pay out. But that's fine. That's what it's for. Oh shoot! I probably should have waited a little bit longer to see if she spawned, but that's fine. What idle games are you talking about there, Burb? Oh, Ming, don't bring up Demi. That is a whole other can of worms. I saw it unfolding live on Twitter. Where's the donation for coffee? I mean, I don't like linking the coffee because then it feels like I'm begging for coffee. And I mean, I guess I kind of technically am, but you have to really want to find it. As for Sword and Staff, I actually played that for a little bit. I had a coworker that was playing it, and they were looking for people to join their guild, but... Oh, whoops, that's not where I meant to go. yeah, they were looking for people to join their guild, but unfortunately, the guild that they made was on one of the original servers or whatever, and it locked down and they didn't let anybody join it anymore, so I had no way to join their guild, so I just played it alone for a bit. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a way to do a coffee integration so that it does a pop-up on stream when you donate, and I should set that up so that if you do feel strongly enough to actually contribute a cup of coffee for me, which reminds me, I have a picture I need to post from the last person that donated. I got distracted with that short that I was putting together. And yeah, then at the very least you would get a pop-up on screen and I would know about it immediately rather than finishing the stream and being like, oh my gosh, they were right there and I didn't get to say thank you, which is awkward. And yeah, 100%, they were on a server that was completely full and I had no way to get in, so I ended up just playing on a completely different server away from them, and it's like, I guess idle games aren't really my jam. Yes, this is Scrub. She got Persephone from that recent event where they were giving out the anniversary goodies. Actually, she's been really lucky with full keys from eidolon eggs. I used to transfer all of my eggs over to my main account just because I'm stealing from Scrub. Scrub Daddy, no! Her name is just Scrub, okay? And yeah, I could probably use some like moose beef food to make this a little bit more tolerable, but I don't have any handy. Or do I? I don't know. It's annoying to check. I'd have to switch over to keyboard to be able to search for like the experience / move speed food or whatever. Oh shoot, I forgot about the fact that these dungeons drop these goodies. Gonna fill up my inventory pretty quick. Yeah. I remember when those were rare. I honestly used to make gold by farming the gold drops on maps and sending them to people for 100 G a piece. And the fact that they added it to the level 50 map, but not the level 40 ones, is ridiculous. Oh, that's right, you totally did. I'm sorry that how could we have known that they were going to make it so easy to get them later, right? I wasn't scamming you. It legitimately took me forever to farm those things. Gosh, the worst one is the pure energy. I never want to farm pure energy again in my life. Oh, yeah, no, nothing else. I guess Tempestuous Temple has got, Kaiser Zeta? I mean, may as well over here. But, yeah, the lower level maps are still annoying to farm, but those unicorns with the pure magic energy or whatever it is, pure energy I think it's called. Oh gosh, those are the worst because anywhere else, by increasing your drop rate, you actually increase the rate at which even the gold items drop. But because there's such a high drop rate on those random items, like it's, oh gosh, it's one of the quest items, and for some reason they didn't lock it to the quest. They just made it so they drop anyway. And that drop rate is so high that no matter how much you increase your drop rate, nothing helps. It's just, you gotta suffer. And yes, I know, Plinko, that they have not added it into any of the dungeons, because I recently did try to farm it again, and I spent over 2 hours and got 0. So at that point I said, nope, we're using wishing coins anytime I see those again. We are not doing it anymore. And my inventory is a problem. This is not daijoubu. Hello, Ronald. This is the OG version. I actually quit Impact because I didn't really like the direction they were going. But, I hear the English server of Impact is, the English server of Impact is not doing so hot, was my understanding, but the Asian server still has people that play. I don't know that it's got, like, a huge English. I mean, they do have the auto-translate, so you can still communicate, though. Hello, Matt! Oh, hold on a second. Your name is a lot longer than Matt. Matt Serashike? I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. But yeah, Impact, they're kicking around. Every once in a while I look in the Discord and I see something cursed. Oh gosh, if you're still in the Discord for Aura Kingdom Impact, go check out the art channel and scroll up a bit. Oh, does Blue Protocol have Aura Kingdom people? You know, it's funny because one time, relatively close to the when it first opened actually, because I stopped playing Blue Protocol as well, somebody was like, yo, are you the midday from Aura Kingdom? And I'm like, Mom, I'm famous. It made my week. Actually, you could say it made my year since I'm still thinking about it. Oh, Impact, right. So, I feel like the pace was just way too fast. Like, in order to keep up as a free-to-play player, you basically had to run every single dungeon every single day, because gold was not a currency for exchanging with other players. It was a resource you needed to be able to fortify all of your gear, and if your gear wasn't fortified, nothing much you can do about it. You're not doing any damage. Like, I was legitimately grinding absolutely everything I could every single day, and when I ran dungeons with people, I'd do like 2% of the damage. Oh, and Matt, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ask you not to talk about private servers because that is one of my rules. I don't have a Switch 2, and I'm probably not going to pick up a Switch 2 until Xenoblade comes out. I really didn't want to have to buy a Switch 2. I didn't want to have to buy a Switch 2. I figured I could make it a couple years before there was a must-play, and then Xenoblade's like, yes. And I'm like, no. Is this my cue to create a throne and ask people to buy me things? I think the idea of throne is fine, but it just feels really awkward to make a list of stuff you want, and just people can buy it. It's kind of weird. Me when I make a throne and it's all just clothing that nobody will ever see because I stream as a VTuber. Tomodachi Life, I guess that is Switch 2, right? Okay, I'm switching to mouse here for a second because I need to do this quickly. Wait, what do you mean you found me on TikTok? I'm not even on TikTok! What? What? Did someone upload my short to TikTok? But... I'm not... Oh my gosh, I'm big enough that people can... Oh, YouTube short, okay. I was gonna say, if people are legitimately stealing from me on to go to TikTok, they must be desperate, because I am nobody. You know, back in my day, it was called Vines. Ronalds, so basically... Siren and Hydra merged, and then they merged again, and it was ultimately merged into the server called Phoenix. Or wait, no, maybe it was Phoenix, and then somebody else did some other stuff, and basically they merged all of the English language servers into one, and then after that they merged all 4 of the language servers into one. So now there is only one Aura Kingdom Global, and everybody is on Aura Kingdom Global. Like all of the 4 original separate language servers. And I don't know if you can see it here, but there's this A button next to the chat. Actually, I suppose I could do it right here. I'll just go and say in my guild chat. Let's see. Je ne parle pas français. That should be good enough. I bet she'll be able to translate it. Then you can hit the translate button, and it'll automatically translate it for you, so that you can communicate with people. No, the Taiwan server is still its own separate one, because that runs in a completely separate, like it's in the future. It's from us, so it does run separate from us. But yeah, the little translation button there. Now my inventory is a mess, so I'm just gonna put down the controller and deal with this for a second. Yes, Talarok, it is! So it's been quite a while since I've started this Scrub account. Oh, that was actually new, I didn't have that one before. It's been quite a while, so my Scrub account is no longer really that scrubby. Like, Chimera was the combination of Hydra and Siren, right, Coffee Kit Kat? Oh, also hello, Coffee Kit Kat. Nice to see you. Hold on. But yeah, my Eidolon collection's coming along pretty well because they're actually doing this thing. It's super cool, where every month you're basically getting 2 free cash shop Eidolons. I thought Chimera was the combined one because it was a Chimera. Phoenix was the combo server, that's right. And then did it change to Olympus when all 3 were combined together and then everybody else joined us on Olympus? That might be what it was, but my memory is getting fuzzy. I'm sorry, you can... my apology video is coming tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna steal that lava stone. That is my cute little scythe on main. Stolen. You know, back in my day, we had 8 channels and we liked it that way. That was miserable. You know, back in our day, we had 8 channels and we liked it that way, so... You kids these days and your 2 boxes from each goat! I think that was a little more effective the second time after I had a sip of coffee. The Eidolons really are one of the things that I think this game has that, like, with all the different designs and whatnot, super cool. The thing that kind of sucks is that you don't have a way to use so many of them. So Aura Kingdom Impact coming up with the idea of infusing your Eidolons into skills to be able to get more effects out of them and actually be able to use your giant collection. Love that, but the rest of the game had problems with the execution, so... But yeah, as far as like a completely free-to-play account with this many rare Eidolons, just for the login bonuses, it's pretty good. Ming, I was attempting to sound like an old person, okay? Did that not come off as old? Oh yeah, like way back in the day when getting to 3-star was super expensive and challenging. And it still is for Scrub because I've got no LP. Actually, do I have any beads? Nowadays it's 4-starring. 4-starring was relatively inexpensive before, but now it's insane. Now that said, I do have 4 tradable oath rings. It sounded like old Ash Ketchum. Oh, I'm sorry that my voice impressions need work. Oh yeah, while we're here, I should look for food that gives move speed. I don't think so. Scrub at leveled your main. You know, Scrub mostly just does Dimensional Hull. Just shows her age, no! I'm thinking... Oh, 3-star Belchandra. Where'd she go? Back in my day. Oh gosh, now I'm on the spot and I don't know if I can do it. If 27 is Unk, whatever midday is clearly Granny. I can't even say anything about that because it's clearly true. There is actually nothing that I can say in response to that. I sincerely apologize. Here's a legitimate back in my day complaint. You know, back in my day, lunch costing more than $10 was expensive. Nowadays you can't go anywhere without spending $15 and the dollar menu at fast food restaurants was actually enough food. Actually, it never was in Canada. We never had a dollar menu in Canada. Female equivalent of Unk. I don't know. I get Gran comes to mind, but that's definitely more like Grandma. Oh, hold on, we can bring another eidolon up to the level. I didn't spend that much time on the PvP channel, but it was always fun to go gathering. Oh yeah. Is somebody harassing me? Yes. I'm being stream sniped. Yep. Oh, I was gonna try and duel him. Aichi, you've escaped this time. As if you wouldn't destroy me. Right, I was gonna feed some eidolons. I'm pretty sure I've got somebody that's really close to the achievement. Yes, here we go, Kitami. A Gen Z word for auntie. Oh, that was actually a bit much. I probably should have saved some. Oh yeah, Venus! I actually got Venus from the event that's currently going on in Gaia. Perfect. Some more achievements. Give me a little bit of LP. A very little bit of LP. We could do better for inventory clean though, we can. And honestly, I should just throw these statues into the auction house, just so somebody could have them for their collection. 1,000... I don't know that 1,000 eidolons would be realistic. I've got to have more login patches somewhere that I could consolidate that. There's no way I've only got one login patch. No, can't sell those like that. I don't feel like opening them. We'll get rid of that. Have I tried Vegemite? I've actually not. But to my understanding, it's strong flavored is kind of the word I want to use here. I don't know if you can find Vegemite here. Anyway, that's enough distractions. Kusanagi. The next ones were Otherworld, Handio Core, and Deep's Cavern. Hell mode. Where did the login patches go? Oh no, I got some in my warehouse. I should be able to consolidate it. Capping cooking in every scrub. Oh no. I have an issue with cooking. And it's cooking in Aura Kingdom. I have an issue with cooking in Aura Kingdom. And that's that after I try to spend more than like 5 minutes cooking, the middle of my vision will start sliding. And I can't see properly for like a solid half an hour afterwards. So anytime I try to do some cooking, I end up getting dizzy and wasting another half an hour of my life. So I only do cooking when I desperately need something. like particularly for eidolon wishes or whatever. I try to avoid it. As for Sky Tower, the problem with Sky Tower is that it doesn't really work time-wise for me. At my previous job, I basically worked through every single Sky Tower window every single week, so I just never had a chance to get into them because I was just working the entire time it was up, because I did 12-hour shifts, right? So just no Sky Tower for me. Sucks to suck. But nowadays, it's more like, even though there are items that I would like, just timing-wise, it's still awkward. I think the only one you'd really want to do right now is HST. And I kind of want to go to HST one of these days. 10 p.m. raid slot. Well, yeah, I don't know if we'd find enough people to actually put together a raid group. But I kind of would like to test whether or not the progress that I've made on my main account has actually made a significant impact on my damage. Because previously when I brought my whip to Sky Tower, I had like just barely enough pen to handle the mobs on the mob floor. Most people don't know it's an option. Well, so 10 p.m. server time is 7 p.m. my time. So when I finish work at 6 p.m., then I end up like, I get home at 6:30, and then I need to have dinner, and it's like, how much do I want to rush? Put up a poll to find out. Sorry, put up a poll to find out if people want to run Sky Tower at 10 p.m.? Did I leave too fast again? What's my Tsubaki at? Should we run hell? Got my priorities wrong. Well, you know, it might be nice to, like, for a treat, stop for dinner on the way home, get home and then run Sky Tower. Might be nice, but I kind of have to not do so many treats because I got expenses. I know she talks in chat, but I feel like some of them have a little bit more of a delay. Okay, my Tsubaki is only 61, so we should run regular hell mode too. And is there a spawn for somebody in Candio Party Otherworld? There should be somebody, right? Hold on. Otherworld zones. Otherworld party. Kaiser Zeta spawns in party mode. Okay. So we'll actually do the Otherworld party. No, whoops, gotta go back. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess if it starts at 7, then I would need to like make sure there was a spot saved for registry for me too, because the registry would start right when I'm getting off work. It's just awkward to plan out. And actually, the reason why I'm streaming today is because I've mentioned before that I'm on call for work, and I got advance call for Saturday and Sunday, so I was looking at it thinking, Monday's basically a guaranteed call. And I've already worked a couple days in a row here, so I'll take Friday off. I'll mark Friday unavailable and actually do a stream, because you won't see me at all this weekend. Wake up at 1 a.m. Actually, when I was younger, and I worked basically not the night shift, but the shift that ends at 1 a.m., that was 4 a.m. game time. So I would actually go on after work. Gosh, maybe it was when I was off at 2 a.m., because I did all sorts of weird shifts back then. Wait, I thought this was solo. Oh no, it's hell. Whoops. Wrong spot. I used to stay up late after work and catch the first Sky Tower in the morning. Like, and then go to bed after Sky Tower. So I'd work like, gosh, 2 in the afternoon to 2 in the morning. and then stay up for a couple hours to run Sky Tower. Actually, one of the people that I ran Sky Tower with back then was somebody that I met in Japan for the first time. It was super cool. Well, I mean, like, met in person for the first time. It was super cool. He wouldn't appear at work. Well, you know what? I did crazy things when I was younger. Like, when I was younger. I don't hate the idea of working 12-hour shifts when you get enough days off between them. It's like having a long weekend every day. Like, every week. It was great. But the night shift really wears you down. Like, I would drink energy drink. Oh, shoot! She spawned! No. No. She was there. Ugh. It was not Yahoo. But I don't really want to out the people that I met in Japan. It's their privacy as well, right? It's rough. With the right lifestyle, it would be okay, but I think... But frankly, even with the right lifestyle, night shift is actually very bad for you. And it's my understanding that there is research that says that by being on night shift, you are actually shortening your life. So please take that into consideration when you try to make decisions. But day shift 12 hours? Oh, on the days you work, it sucks, but the days off, they slap. I got so much done when I was on 12-hour day shifts. Now, my current job has a slot that is 410s. I don't think it'll be coming up for bid anytime soon, but that would kind of be the ideal, 410s. 3 days off every week? Now this time we have to go this way. Sleep at work, oh no. Man, honestly, the 12 hours, but also working from home, that was like the dream. Shame about the issues with that job that made me have to leave it. I'm 99% sure I was supposed to... Oh no, this is Otherworld Party. Come on, how did I get the wrong way both times? You'd think I have no idea what I'm doing at this game or something. And just think, if you guys had voted for Genshin Impact, I would have been running the same 30-second instance 60 times. That was legitimately the plan. I have, for Genshin, I've got 60 fragile resins, and I was legitimately just going to run the same instance 60 times, attempting to get a set of gear that was enough to bring my another character into top 1% range. On the is it the Enka network? I think one of my accounts has like 100 fragile resin still. The building machine simulator game? Oh, I didn't even put that as an option this time because actually, I knew we had an issue coming up in that I was going to run out of Kupriu. But everything else about the new layout that I put together there is perfect. There's literally nothing imbalanced. It's been just chugging. It doesn't look pretty, but it functions so good. I'm very happy with where my Arcanite's factory got to last time, even if it looks bad. It would have been a little better if we had a bit more of the Head Knight parts, but it's fine. I think Lousie's been having a life at Chicken, and besides, if Plinko's not like Lousie's keeper or anything. Thought I saw a flash of light there, but I have no idea what it was. Oh, that means that Dao Chan spawns. Dao Chan's dungeons have also reset because it's 3 p.m. Fish Reactor Discord. The last time I had to clear up one of those whatchamacallums that had a whole bunch of like the spam thingies on the Discord, you guys all reacted to it with fish. Like, I don't know what was going on there, but why would you react to the people trying to scam you? Although, you know, for the first time, someone that I personally know was affected by one of those. And gosh, I think they said that they got it when they were trying to download oh, what was it? I think Sims DLC? I didn't realize how widespread it was. Like, it was just other random things that you could get it from. I legitimately thought that people were actually just getting it from interacting with things on Discord. Okay, fish reacting because fishy actually makes a lot more sense. I thought it was just fish. Ugh. Man, I already have dinner plans. Now I kind of want fish for dinner. And by dinner plans, I mean I have got some sourdough bread. And I've got frozen soup. Are there even young players in Oregon? That's a good question, but we should always be acting on our best behavior to set a good example for the chillin'. So that they know that they're safe here. Achikun, you are safe here. No government interference required. Plinko, you must be, like, flagged as being a dangerous individual if your messages are being blocked more than other people. I apologize. I feel like I'm gonna regret asking this, but what on earth is Steal Your Sigma? What does that mean? I guess technically I might still have some level 70 gear that I need recipes for, yeah. Midday saying a brain rot word. Alright, well that's enough information. I don't think I need to know anything else about it. Next topic. I say and then literally have 0 clues. Oh yeah, we were gonna stop by Navia. Alright, we'll eat those formulas. We'll throw some statues on the auction house. That should cover my inventory a little longer, and then we'll go back and do another Dao Chan run. And then maybe that'll be a good spot to call it for the day. It feels so disappointing to have not had a single eidolon spawn though. So if another Dao Chan run does not yield any eidolon spawns, we'll keep going until we get 1 eidolon at least, because it would be very unacceptable to call it an eidolon hunt and get nothing. I can't believe I ran. I knew I was hunting for eidolons. I can't believe I ran out without hitting Tsubaki. Well. Oh, it's just the login bonus? Oh no, Plinko, what is it? I'm scared to ask. Truck-kun is supporting me from another world. Released July 29th, 2026. Okay, hold on. What is this? Oh, it's got a demo. Alright, well I'm intrigued, so I'll flag that for later, Plinko. The name hits a couple, let's call them flags. It's certainly not my usual fare, but perhaps I do need to branch out a bit more. No, come on. There we go. Alright, and I have an escape button, so I can get out of there. Alright. I'm just getting used to using the new controller, so things are gonna look real jank, but it's going pretty smoothly. A Slenderman stream? I don't know about Slenderman. Alright. There you go. Anybody need some statues? They're up on the auction house nice and cheap. I feel like that's easier than trying to send them in the mail. And it's still cheap enough that nobody that would pick them up would feel scammed by that kind of price. What do you mean? Wait, did Lousy recommend it? That was not the one that Lousy recommended to me. I don't think so. Hello, self-destruction. Anyway, back to the hunt. A little bit more inventory space and back on the hunt. No, I don't. No, this one first. Was she? Oh, you're right. I better check my notepad. Oh, that's right. Whoops, I accidentally, I'm sorry to report this, but I lost the last stream notepad. Lousy wants me and Slenderman to go on a date. Oh no. I don't really have good dating experience. I'll have you know, the first time I tried to play Hatoful Boyfriend, I accidentally ended up in the murder mystery instead of any of the dating subplots. I haven't played Hatoful in a long time. I don't even own a copy, my friend does. I deleted it and hope doing it. Legitimately, I was cleaning my desktop. So I have a problem, and that's that I tend to put things that I'm using for the stream on my desktop. So like, you know, or when I'm uploading a video, I'll put a lot of the stuff that I'm working on, I'll just keep it on my desktop so it's handy. Especially like the final export and the thumbnail, and if I've got like something special that I need to put into the description, I'll kind of draft it out before I go to start uploading the video. Or, you know, when I'm trying to come up with different, like, names for the video or whatnot, I'll have, like, a notepad there. So my desktop got real messy, and I decided that enough was enough. So actually what I did was I just opened it up and sorted it by file type, and bunched together all the different file types and sorted them away in the places where they should be. But when it came to the text documents, so many of them were like so unnecessary to keep that I kind of just was like, yeah, I don't need these. Yoink. And of course I empty my recycling bin, because you empty your recycling bin, right? After you finish cleaning stuff, you just immediately empty it. I know that defeats the point. The point is that it's a buffer between you and permanent deletion, but... My desktop was really, really bad, though, to be fair. It was awful. I had a whole 3 rows of icons on the left. Unacceptable. Real unk energy. Okay, so like... The thing about the touchpads on this controller is that it feels like you're pressing on it with the way that the rumble works. Like there's like a really soft rumble when you click on any part of the touchpad on the Steam controllers. So it feels like you're clicking. But the other thing is that it's got an option where if you're holding onto the joystick, the corresponding touchpad underneath it is deactivated, so you don't accidentally hit the touchpad. But because of that, when I'm holding the touchpad or holding the direction key and like touch the touchpad, you can tell that it actually doesn't actuate at all. It is literally just touch sense. But when you're actually using it to move around the mouse and stuff, it really feels like you're pushing down the pad. Like it's magical. The haptic feedback that they put into this controller is really, really great. And so I'm going to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to everybody, because the only reason that I was able to afford this controller is actually because of that contest that I won last year from inviting people to Orc Kingdom Impact Discord. They gave me slightly over $200 Canadian as the prize. And with what was left of that after a year, I offset more than half the cost of this controller, because in Canadian it's like literally $150. So thanks to you guys, I was able to afford it, and it is like, I feel like I've never had anything this premium in terms of controllers before. It's really quite something. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. Oh boy, but yesterday was a challenge. Canadaroos. What did I hear them called before? Looney Goonies? You guys know that we call our single dollars, the coins, loonies? I had a friend that was, she had moved to Canada, and she was on her way towards becoming a permanent resident. And she's like, I will never call the dollar coins loonies, and I will never call the $2 coins toonies, because that is ridiculous. You sound like a child. And it's like, we just call them that. Loonies and toonies. I don't know. I think it sounds fine. Specifically, it refers to the bird that is on it. The loon. The loon being a type of bird, yes. I know it is also a derogatory term, but it specifically refers to the bird. I don't, like, in my brain, that's not a connection in the slightest. I guess if you wanted to go for the animal that's on the toonie, is that a beaver? Dollary dues. I think the only person I hear use the word dollary dues is Dank Pods. And boy, do I appreciate that he does it. Dank Pods is just so much fun. And you know, on the topic of things that are not named the thing they should be named, the fact that the Wii Remote was not just called the Wiimote officially, like that's unreasonable. Like, how could they not call it the Wiimote? Everybody came to Canada while I was gone. Legitimately. And then you know what happened after I left Japan? They started up the They started up the freaking KFC collab with Genshin Impact. So after I left Japan, it became possible to get the super, super cool Kave name tag in Japan. Like, legitimately right after I left, they started that collaboration. Like, come on. Genshin went to Vancouver when I flew out of Vancouver. And then Genshin went to Japan when I left Japan. Like, they hate me. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the mic was peaking there, but I can't stop myself from just laughing at my timing. But yeah, I think DankPods went to visit Linus Tech Tips again while I was away. Wow. Oh, for some reason, I thought I cleared these so that I'd be able to tell when my stuff sold. There. Your Singaporean notes would have to be called unks. What specifically? Where would unk come from in that term? In that case, Campbell? Oh, what mic am I using? I'm just gonna say right now, any issues with the sound quality is user error because I think I've got a pretty decent mic. It is an AT2020. So, if I was smarter, I could do a better job of making it work. I used to do a sound check before every single stream, and now I'm 90% of the time rushing to make a coffee and I forget to do it. Oh, actually I've got the gain way up. Oh, sorry. Because I was doing the, because I was doing the voiceover recording for the audition that I submitted, I have the gain way up over here. Normally I don't have it so high on the actual interface unit, so I'll turn that down a bit, and that might help a little bit. Alright, to be fair, the previous mic that I had, I feel like it wasn't miserable, but some of the issues that I had with my previous mic, I don't know whether or not you can tell on your side, but some of the issues that I had with my previous mic, I had way more filters on at times and still struggled, and that's not live streaming. That was when I was trying to record audio for videos and stuff. Like, I was really struggling with some of the capabilities of that last mic. Another problem is that I just generally had to get used to speaking louder because normally I don't like speaking very loud. But you know, it's a psychological thing. Kind of like singing. My singing feels like it gets like a bajillion times worse whenever somebody's listening. SM7Bs, is that the super expensive one? Hold on, I gotta Google something. Oh, hey, Ram. SMB7. How much do they cost? 509 Canadian dollars. Alright, well, I'll let you know this. I did not spend $509, and that's on sale on Amazon for a microphone. I actually went on a Facebook marketplace, and I found somebody selling a used microphone and an interface, and I got the whole shebang. I got myself a nice little Steinberg interface and the AT mic for oh gosh, I think it was $150. So if I was buying brand new, like, and I had the budget for something brand new, that would be one thing, but I didn't. So it was specifically after I had just gotten a payout from YouTube that was about $150. That was my budget. I was looking used on Facebook Marketplace, and it was in my area and reasonably priced, so that's what I went for. Now, if there was a random SMB or SM7B in my neighborhood, that maybe there would have been a different story here. What do you mean, where's the band option? The band option was I started half an hour late. Aha, now I have an excuse for it, right? I'm sad that we still haven't gotten a single spawn that I've been able to kill. I don't know why you're SMHing at me yet. I started half an hour late. Oh, Ancient Cliff Temple's on. I am not doing that. We're just gonna go up the dungeons until something spawns. This is sad. Stream ends as soon as we get a spawn now. Well, not as soon as. I gotta kill it first, but this is depressing. Oh yeah, you were on Impact. You know, we were talking a little bit about that earlier. How's it going? Server dead. Even the Asian server now? I don't know. I kind of thought the Asian server was still kicking it because there was still people. No, I guess not really chatting in the Discord anymore at all. Jeez, I think that I stand by my reasoning for leaving, being the main issue is that it was too unfriendly to people that wanted to try to be casual, because the inflation of the boss stats made it so that you legitimately could not keep up as a free-to-play. And I mean, at the time I said unless you run everything, but like nothing that dropped in dungeons was worth anything. So is it like legitimately hard to try and make a profit? No spawn. Was it good for free-to-play? Because my experience was that I was not having fun as a free-to-play. Everything was way too expensive and nothing that I could sell would make me any profit. Oh, but specifically, what did they mess up? No one can play the market. Well, Paragon exclusive. Well, yeah, especially since free-to-play players had no way to make any profit off of Paragon. And then, Ronalds, if you say that that's to make it so no one can play the market, well then how are free-to-play players supposed to buy stuff off of the cashers? Like, when backpacks became overpriced... Wait. Sorry, you mean there's no eidolons in the LP shop, or they just haven't added any recently? Like, there's nothing new there? Legitimately none? Oh, you mean that they've added them to the LP shop? Oh no, Plinko, what are you sending me on? They added... Oh, okay, so then people that were caching felt disrespected because they were free. User Ravo, hello! Personally, I would recommend the global server because as we're discussing right at this moment, the Impact server is not doing so hot. But keep in mind that I'm a moderator for the official server, so I wouldn't recommend anything other than the official server. This is actually an account that I started free-to-play, I guess about 2 years ago. And as you can see, I'm already almost at the level for I play this account quite infrequently, so I'm almost at the level for like the top map. But you know, if you legitimately want to give the game a try and see how it is, the can't go wrong with the official server. They do have quite a lot of benefits for new players. Felt like Impact shouldn't push so hard on Paragon-only items. I feel... the official global server is probably doing better than the Impact server. It sounds like CC is saying that the Impact server is not doing so hot right now. I don't really like the direction they went with Impact, so it would be very hard to recommend it. I should have done my obobos. Why did I not do my obobos? It was free gold, and I just didn't do it. Oh, come on. I mean, I started feeling like Impact had problems relatively early on, but I was optimistic because they were listening and revising things quite quickly. But then they nerfed tier, and like, I'm sorry, the best thing about the game is tier. Okay, then they thought they nerfed tier and accidentally made tier the most broken godly being in the world. But oh gosh, those were glorious days. Okay, so one of the things they added for Impact, and it's not exactly the same game. There are differences, specifically in terms of like the enemies are quite a bit stronger, and all of your class debuffs are a lot weaker. Because the idea is that they tried to balance it better so that you actually need parties to be able to run party content. But one of the things they added was that you could infuse eidolons into skills. So Tyr, who just happens to be my favorite eidolon, so I immediately got him as soon as I could inside that game. He was available in the LP store, which made me very happy because that was an in-game currency, and I did not realize at the time that wasting my LP on Tyr was probably not ideal, but I did it anyway because he's my boy. But yeah, his skill was a bounce, and I love bounce skills, so it was like, oh yeah, we love this. So I got Tyr, and I started using his bounce skill, but then they nerfed it to anytime it attacked an enemy, anytime it attacked an enemy, it would drop a circle on the ground that would damage things. And originally I was like, I don't know about that. But then it turned out it worked on friendly fire. So you put it on a healing skill and it would drop a field under everybody that you healed. And it would damage enemies, but not your friends. Like it was so freaking broken. See, Impact was supposed to be... wait, I thought they weren't gonna have Pen. But yeah, Impact was supposed to be a brand new, like, a brand new official server. That's what it was for. But I feel like they tried to modernize it in ways. Sorry. I'm dying, I'm sorry. They tried to modernize it in ways that I didn't think were, good. Come on, eidolons. But yeah, the field was so much fun, right? Like, we did the all-barred Sky Tower with Tyr, where basically everybody would just spam heals to drop angry fields underneath the bosses. It was crazy. We had a lot of fun. And then they nerfed it. And then I heard that Tyr was so back, and then Tyr was so gone again. And thank you, Plenko, for not asking if I'm okay, despite the fact that I'm coughing my lungs out here. I feel like I'm not sick. Didn't have much of an impact. You know, I still like some of their ideas, like the Eidolon infusions was really, really good. So frankly, if they leave everything behind, but they gave us Eidolon infusions, I'd be so dang down for that. LP is capped daily? What do you mean? You mean there is no way to just, like, farm LP? Like, I know... Oh, yeah, the dungeon ones, I guess, yeah, you are basically capped. Because, like, for me, if I really wanted to farm LP, I have ways that I could do it. Like, I've got my goats, I've got... I could be looking at achievements, I could be doing cooking. There are things I could be doing if I really wanted to farm LP here. I don't want to spawn eidolons. Yeah, no, like, Personally, I don't think that I would ever have the resources to do a proper, like, multiple holy chest build. But there are people that do, and swap out items on their holy chest. So, like, the fact that we don't have multiple holy chests. Why didn't the global server create a new server and after some time merge with the old one? I don't know that there would be enough. We are talking about a game that's like 15 years old now. I don't know that there would be that much appeal for like a restart server that was legitimately just the same game from 15 years ago. They nerfed the amount of LP from boxes before and the amount gained. I think I was around when they first nerfed the LP. And at first I was neutral on it because I didn't realize how much of a nerf it was. We have to clean our inventory again. I cannot believe we still have not had a single spawn. It's crazy. I should not have said that we're gonna, yeah, I know they gave loadouts, and they also made it so that you could like have a gear storage, which would be amazing. I'd love to have a gear storage. Like, bring it over. And while you're at it, I'll take the new class too, thanks. 21 characters! Wow, that is so many characters. It's not like I've got 29 and I'm suffering under the weight of my decisions. Legitimately, 21 characters is a lot. Oh yeah, I guess they did that costumes thing again. My opinion on the removal of the nocturnal cores is that it changed the way that you needed to play the game. Like in the version that we play here, basically your survival is covered by nocturnal in 99% of situations. And it's only once you start getting to 0 damage dungeons that the nocturnal isn't covering you. So I feel like they really hate what nocturnal became. But frankly, I guess I don't think of Aura Kingdom as being that tryhard. So I enjoy... I'm sorry, maybe it might look like I'm suffering, but I'm legitimately just having fun here, running these easy dungeons and looking for an eidolon spawn. I am chilling, I'm having a good time. I'm not super tryhard about it. So I feel like the nocturnal core that makes that possible to do without having to like be super keyed in on my healing or bring a pocket bard or something, I think it's fun and fine. Oh yeah, the eidolon's tanking. Anytime people started having fun in ways that they didn't like, they changed it. Part of me wants to take this backpack. Well, they certainly nerfed... oh, there's all these gold items. I can get rid of those too. Yes, they certainly nerfed the nocturnal healing in our game over time as well. But frankly, it doesn't hurt my ability to play, and we do so much damage now it doesn't make a difference anyway. I'm going to keep that. Yeah, I remember right before... Actually, is that video still on my channel? I should have done it from the start so guards don't feel useless. I gotta check something real quick, hold on. Do. Go to my studio. Go to the absolute oldest video on my channel. Actually, that might be too far back. So, like, right when they removed the nocturnal effect, I had just gotten Vayu start up, and Vayu had the lifesteal effect on him. And I think it was the Whirlpool Abyss? Hold on. Reverse state. And I seem to think... Oh, yeah! Hold on a second. Let me open it up here. That was... Does it not say the date? Oh, this video is private now. That's right. I couldn't make it unlisted, so it's private. Has 24 views from 11 years ago. Posted on April 21st, 2015. Wow. I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at, but I've got this video that is me running the Whirlpool Abyss at level 76 with 72,000 HP using Vayu for lifesteal. I know you guys think that X Legend has made some mistakes. I agree. But there's things that they've done that I'm very much appreciative of, like the way that they've made eidolons, like older eidolons, so much more accessible, and they are updating the LP store with new eidolons. So there's things that they've done that have been a massive boon, and there's things that they've done that have been very questionable, and it's X Legend and Area slash Game Ego both had their upsides and downsides. So, if, oh, looks like the textures are starting to get a little bit screwy. Next dungeon. Different game dev department for Global and Impact? Absolutely. I remember when they were first, opening up, somebody was being like, yo, Midday, you should be a moderator for both of them. And I'm like, oh my god. Trying to moderate a brand new, fresh community like that would have been insane. It would have been I think it would have even been harder than what we went through back in the area days when the Discord was like ridiculously busy. I swear to... Sorry, when they sold the upgrade for 30 in the web mall. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I understand putting brand new items behind a paywall. But, like, sometimes they'd have cute costumes only on the tiered spender, and I was not a fan of that because I really wanted one of them. And that's the story of how I spent over, I'm pretty sure it was more than 60,000 gold on a single costume. That was insane. I just, every time I think about that, I'm like, why did I do that? I like the costume, but still. But, you know, since I'm basically playing as a free-to-play now, since X Legend took over, I think I've spent about a total of $5. And that was, somebody actually sent me a donation and asked me to spend $5 on the, oh gosh, what was it? That, Eternity Holy Tree? Which is, it's weird, right? You shoot a cannon for a prize, and then it's knocked down, and then your next cannon shot takes, more tokens, but you reduce the pool, so theoretically, even though each shot costs more, you're getting closer and closer to the rare items. So somebody gave me $5 and told me to try it. So I did, and that is legitimately the only money I've spent on Aura Kingdom since X Legend took over. I don't know, there's something about this game, it feels like I don't need to be the strongest, I don't need all the resources. Is it doubled? I thought some of them tripled. Like, I thought for some of them it was more, but regardless, it's, somebody asked me to try it. I think I got a 4-star equipment stone or something. And then later they put the vouchers for the cannon fires, or cannon shots, sorry, in the Paragon, so I have done it since then. Which is kind of annoying, because originally I just kind of was sad that I wasn't able to see the way that it worked. And when people asked, I had no answer. Oh yeah, and X Legend a couple times put, the premium gacha tokens inside the LP store. I kind of wish they did that every time, but maybe somebody told them not to do that. Okay, so the funny thing about making 4-star stones rare and 5-star stones common is that all you need to do is get 2 copies of the thing that you're trying to star and use the 1, 2, 3 that are in the LP store. Come on. gonna spawn and release me. Because after we finish today, I am gonna go for a walk. It is a bright sunny day and there's a beautiful park nearby that I was gonna sit at and just chill for a while. Oh, it's actually, I think Tsubaki is one of the ones that has a really high spawn rate, so I can't possibly skip hell mode. Yep, max upgrade is still plus 30. I know that they're on the database. There was the plus 40 like scrolls that said they existed, but that's never been implemented. I wonder if they were legitimately throwing random items in there just to throw off people that were data mining. Because, like, isn't there like a Sigrun swimsuit costume in there? There is no... The Sigrun swimsuit is not real. Oh wait, now that I'm thinking about it, I literally have not even pulled my daily lottery. Alright, ready to gamble, guys? The one time I'll do a random chance thing on stream. Don't the 40 slot backpacks not use 30 slots as a base? Yeah! I don't think I even have 30 slot backpacks. Am I all plus 30? Not on this account. No, hold on a second. I think I have gear on one of these things. Hold on. 20, 30, 20 Agni, 23, 19, 15. And these are S10 for the bottom set and S20. Oh no, that's all S10. I guess I never did finish doing my S20 gear. I never fortified it enough to be able to use. I mean... it probably is fortified enough to use. I could probably switch over to this. I just need to move my secret stones into it and it'd be fine. Top set, I have these 2 pieces of equipment here ready to go for when I wanted to craft it, but I still need to get the cores. And frankly, well, starring I'm not so concerned with. I'll get him to 3-star real quick with the LP store once I've got LP free for it. Come on. You gonna spawn? Yes, thank heavens I am free because I picked a dungeon that's got a very high spawn rate. We're gonna use a charm. Alright guys, that is it for today then. I didn't see even one Dao-chan. Did I get a frag? Did I get a single frag? Yes, I did get 1 frag. Okay, so it wasn't a complete write-off. I did get a Tsubaki frag. I know Dao has bad rates. But I can dream, can't I? I think they upped the Serena and Tsubaki really, really high. So your chances of getting a Serena or a Tsubaki spawn are significantly higher than basically any of the other ones. But, you know, I've still got work to do on this account, particularly on the spawn eidolons, because I don't run dungeons so often. It is kind of hard with the move speed being so low. Obviously, if I made her some kind of food for that, it would be better. Well, yeah, because Dao-chan rocks. She's in the LP store, isn't she? She should be, right? You should have a search function in here. Yeah, she's in the LP store, and she's not even, like, absurdly expensive. But yeah, there is, yeah. Honestly, now I'm just curious whether or not there is even a spawn rate. Like, I haven't seen her in forever. No, I guess I could have been using those for more move speed. Alright, but we are done for today, so thank you so much for coming by and keeping me company while I attempt to hunt some eidolons somewhere. It's very depressing that we literally only got 2 Tsubaki spawns, but it is what it is. I had fun. Plinko sent me a game called Yandere Virus on Steam. What is this? Next Fest. It's got a demo! Alright, well that is gonna be it though. So enough time getting distracted. We will catch you guys next time! And thanks so much for coming out and keeping me company for the depression. It was still fun. It was still fun. And the new controller is great, so thanks again for helping me achieve a discount on it through the power of winning a contest a year ago. Alright guys, catch you later. Where's the end button?